Ladies and gentlemen, may I interrupt your conversations so that we can resume our program. We're very proud to present the Foreign Policy Association's Global Humanitarian Award to Daisy Soros for her visionary leadership and remarkable generosity of spirit. The fellowship she founded with her late husband, Paul, has funded over 800 extraordinary graduate fellows who hail from over 103 countries. In the words of one of the fellows, meeting and interacting with the elegant and stately Daisy Soros was an experience in itself, not to be forgotten. I remember the first time she made a Zoom call to announce that I'd been selected. The only thing I could get out was the word, wow, for quite a while. At this time, I'd like to invite the director of the Paul and Daisy Soros Fellowships for New Americans, Craig Harwood, to make remarks.
Right, it's such an honor to be here. I really want to express my gratitude to Noel Latif, who is one of our cherished board members of the Paul and Daisy Soros Fellowships, and I also really appreciate the Foreign Policy Association for honoring Daisy. It's really such a wonderful celebration and such a wonderful honor for her. As the director of the Paul and Daisy Soros Fellowships for New Americans, it's a privilege to witness Daisy's remarkable impact on the lives of hundreds of Paul and Daisy Soros Fellows, their families, and the broader immigrant community. For those of you unfamiliar, the Paul and Daisy Soros Fellowships for New Americans is a graduate school fellowship program dedicated to supporting the educational dreams of immigrants and the children of immigrants in the United States. Paul and Daisy founded the program together in the late 1990s as a way to give back to the country that provided them with so much opportunity. Each year, the fellowship program selects 30 remarkable new Americans based on their extraordinary accomplishments, their resilience, and their potential to make meaningful contributions to society. Fellows come from all backgrounds and fields, from medicine to law to science to arts and to public service, and each receives up to $90,000 to support their graduate education. Now, this is a program that's rooted in the belief in the power of new Americans to enrich the fabric of our society and to build a more inclusive and vibrant future. I'm thrilled that we have several Paul and Daisy Soros Fellows right here in the audience this evening. So I'll share that I started at the fellowship in 2013, and the week I started was actually the very same week that Paul Soros passed away. It was an extremely tough time for the fellowship community because Paul was and still is so beloved. But this difficult period gave me a chance to learn about some of Daisy's most important tenets. And that is, when you find yourself in hard times, you pick up, you move forward, and you keep your vision alive. With Daisy being who she is, the fellowship goes far beyond financial support, and it offers a lifelong community for fellows. Daisy was once talking to one of our fellows who had received other prestigious awards, and she said, what makes our fellowship different? And they told her, this fellowship has a heart. So we now call ourselves the Fellowship with a Heart. The type of culture, a culture of heart, comes directly from Daisy's leadership. Daisy is a leader who doesn't just set expectations, but embodies them in every action, every conversation, every relationship she builds. In many ways, Daisy has taught me and all of us involved with the fellowship what it truly means to serve, to uplift others, to create a lasting legacy of opportunity and belonging. When I think about Daisy, I think about how she treats every person equally, greeting each fellow, staff member, and supporter with the same genuine warmth. She's known for her punctuality and her attentiveness. She's always present and engaged, making everyone around her feel respected and valued. She cares profoundly about helping people succeed and believes in meeting each individual where they are, understanding their unique journey and challenges. She takes personal interest in the people she supports, reaching out, listening deeply, and remembering details that make fellows feel known and understood. She's incredibly funny and full of humor and curiosity that makes conversations with her fun and meaningful. At 95, Daisy is remarkably open to people. I would bet that she is busier than anyone else in this room. She says yes to events, to people, and to the world, and as a result, she's truly engaged in the world. Honestly, Daisy may actually have another event to go to after this one, so I should probably finish up. The Global Humanitarian Award could not be more fitting. Daisy Soros has embodied the spirit of global humanitarianism not only through her philanthropic work, but also in her unwavering dedication to the lives and dreams of the fellows. Her impact is not just measured by the success of those she supports, but by the warmth, respect, and compassion she imparts to everyone around her. I want to express my deep gratitude on behalf of the fellowship and all 805 fellows to Mrs. Soros. Daisy, we are so lucky to have you as a leader, a mentor, and an inspiration. I'd like to invite my colleagues, Julian Ramos, our Deputy Director, and Nika Landau, our Director of Communications, up for a special surprise.
We'll keep this very quick, but so Daisy, when Daisy came to the U.S., she came here on a visa, and after some time, she needed some support for her immigration journey, and so Daisy actually went to her Congress member in the 1950s, and at that time, you could get a bill to actually support your naturalization. And so that's exactly what Daisy did. And in 1953, there was a bill in Congress that was for Daisy. And for Daisy's 95th birthday, one of the fellows, Arthi Shahani, who's an NPR correspondent and an incredible journalist, actually got in touch with the Library of Congress and was able to get the documents or copies of the documents connected to the bill. And so we have those framed for Daisy here this evening, and we're just all so lucky that she's here. So we're so excited to give them to her.
So Daisy, here's your bill.
Good.
Okay.
One more picture. There we go.
I'm totally overwhelmed. None of those good things are true, but I'm very, very touched to be here. And before I start, I'd just like to thank all of you for being here, my friends and my fellows. And so here goes my speech. First of all, I'd like to thank my good friend, Noel Latif, for nominating me for the, can you hear me? For the Foreign Policy Association's Global Humanitarian Award. I am deeply grateful for this honor and moved by your recognition of the work my late husband Paul and I set out to accomplish through the Paul and Daisy Soros Fellowships for New Americans. When Paul and I created this fellowship more than 25 years ago, we had one hope: to empower immigrants and children of immigrants for graduate studies with dreams in their hearts and an unwavering commitment to build a future. Through the fellowship, we wanted to provide the individuals with the resources and support to realize their potential, unencumbered by financial constraint, and to celebrate their unique stories and contributions to this country. We have 800 fellows by now and who have attended and hopefully in the future will also attend some of the most prestigious colleges like Harvard, Yale, Stanford, etc. I have had the privilege of seeing hundreds of fellows grow, excel, and serve, each one bringing something profound and irreplaceable to their communities, to their fields, and to this country. From medicine to the arts, from technology to public service, our fellows reflect the best of what America can be, a place of opportunity and belonging, where new perspectives are honored and new paths forged. Tonight, I accept this award in honor of each of our fellows, past, present, and future, and also my family, my children, my grandchildren, who I certainly hope will continue supporting the fellowship's traditions and principles that Paul and I believed in so deeply. I accept it on behalf of the remarkable community that has nurtured and supported this program, including our dedicated staff who have helped us make this vision a reality. I am grateful for the chance to continue this work, especially at a time when supporting the contributions of immigrants has never been more important. This award will strengthen our resolve to invest in those who can and still come to America with open hearts and bright dreams. May we continue to honor and uplift the contribution of new Americans for generations to come. Thank you very much.
The Foreign Policy Association takes great pride in recognizing Edward P. Swyer for his commitment to FPA's mission and for the transformative program he has initiated to prepare future leaders. By establishing the Edward P. Swyer Scholars Program, at the Foreign Policy Association, Ed has opened doors for young voices to be heard and valued. His impact on education is further underscored by the recent honor bestowed upon him by Albany Law School by having its Justice Center named after him. Albany Law School President Alicia Ouellette aptly noted, Ed Swyer's impact on our school and in our community is exponential. Thousands of individuals have received life-changing legal representation through the Justice Center. And the impact doesn't stop here. He is that unique individual who uses his own success to help others and does so with remarkable empathy, compassion, and humility. I could not agree more. After our recent board trip to Rome, Ed came to my office and dropped off a wonderful present that I cherish. After the passing of his father, Louis Swyer, Ed carefully compiled a collection of his father's poems into a beautiful book. He did his father proud. Please join me in welcoming Ed Swyer to receive the FPA Medal. I left out one piece in all of this, and that is that our board member, Charles Waite, chairman of Adirondack Trust Company, wanted to say a few words about Ed. Sorry about that.
I wanted to say a few words, but I don't think Noel wanted me to. Before I go on to Ed, I wanted to say something kind of in support of Daisy's program. I don't know, I suspect a larger percentage of this audience have been to a ceremony for newly minted citizens, but if you haven't ever been to one, you must go. I had the honor of attending one in Saratoga Springs, and it is remarkable. And if you ever start to even quaver in your faith in this country, when you go to one of those ceremonies and you hear the remarks of some of the people who have just become citizens and their stories, it's a remarkable occasion. So I would urge you to do that. There are few joys in life as pleasurable as that of introducing a friend who has been given an award that they justly deserve. And in this case, it's a double pleasure for me because I remembered just before coming up here that I had the honor of introducing Edward's father, Louis, for an honorary degree at Skidmore College some time ago. So to have the honor of being able to introduce two remarkable individuals is really something. Ed and I go way back. I'm not going to go into any of those details because we have a mutual pact on silence. But Ed's father, Lou Swyer, followed my father as chairman of the Performing Arts Center. I followed Ed's father as chairman of the Performing Arts Center, and then Ed followed me as treasurer and vice president of the Saratoga Performing Arts Center. And Ed, unfortunately, was left with a very tough job of seeing that organization through a real political and economic crisis, which he did, as Noel had alluded to, behind the scenes, quietly, without any fanfare, but very effectively. Ed, I mean, his remarkable success has been talked about today, and I won't try to duplicate those items, but it's also fair to say that Ed is well versed and knowledgeable about both the advantages and disadvantages of following a famous and well-regarded father. But in following, to some extent, the footsteps of his father, Ed became a leader on his own and has made his own very successful mark in the Capital Region. He has been a quiet gentleman of remarkable ability. He has managed the most successful real estate company in the area. He's been a highly successful investor. He's managed a horse farm that has included 2 Eclipse Award winners. He's chaired the Swyer Family Foundation and has been said given scholarships to students attending Skidmore College, the College of St. Rose, the University of Albany, as well as Siena and Marist colleges. We've already heard about his Albany Law School honorary doctorate and his program that he's established there. He's also honored his mother by providing for an endowment that will make sure that the Ten Brook Museum, which is an important colonial house in the Albany region, is maintained and has long-term viability. He founded a commercial bank in Albany, for which I have forgiven him. He has also received many awards, including the Citizen Laureate Award by the University of Albany Foundation, the Albany Law School's Trustees Gold Medal Award, and the Capital Region Chamber of Commerce Lifetime Achievement Award. Everything he has done has been better off for his participation. But most importantly for us tonight, Ed has endowed the Edward P. Swyer Scholars Program here at the Foreign Policy Association. And this program, as we've talked about, will allow the association to continue to identify and attract the most capable students of the next generation and support their path to leadership and international affairs. So let us please give a very healthy round of applause to our board member, a sterling investor, a savvy businessman, a solid citizen, an all-round good guy, and a very good friend. Thank you.
Thank you, my friend.
You're welcome. Congratulations.
Thanks. As Charles said, we go way back. And I was sure he was going to roast me. But he said nice things, and I was wondering who he was talking about. I am deeply honored to receive this FPA award. It is especially gratifying to share this evening with my fellow honorees, Judith Biggs and Daisy Soros. I commend Judy Biggs on receiving the FPA medal that acknowledges her life's work. She dedicated years to teaching and mentoring students, and I congratulate Daisy Soros, recipient of the FPA Global Humanitarian Award. Her incredible work assisting so many students that you just heard about. I also want to thank our FPA chairman, Henry Fernandez, for his inspiring leadership. He embodies the values of diplomacy as a means to peace and freedom between nations. And thank you to our FPA president, Noel Lateef. He continues to create unparalleled events with the most influential and notable leaders of today. He is the standard bearer of the ideals of our esteemed institution. He runs the FPA with great purpose and limitless enthusiasm. To my fellow FPA directors, thanks for your camaraderie and friendship. These folks are outstanding individuals. They are accomplished and knowledgeable. Many I now call friends. I'd like to thank the FPA's amazing staff for their incredible work putting this evening together. One more thank you to Elizabeth Wild. She couldn't be here today due to a conflict. Elizabeth has been steadfast in her support for my FPA directorship. She also has made many friends here at the FPA. I am so pleased to see so many students. Most are participating in the Scholars Program. Thank you. With their interest in foreign policy, they will be our future foreign diplomats, ambassadors, or perhaps strategic advisors to political leaders. With that, they will have a responsibility to foster the importance of communication, understanding, and compromise between nations. This is the way forward to achieving peace and prosperity throughout the world. Thank you. I always forget that. Thank you.
Those wonderful words. Well, with that, ladies and gentlemen, we stand adjourned, but let's give all three honorees, Judy Biggs, Daisy Soros, and Ed Swyer, a round of applause.